Bloomberg's tech equity reporter Isabelle is one of the team on today's Big Take, all about how already SpaceX is just so large, so consequential, that benchmarks are having to tear up their rule books as to how they let them start trading.
I couldn't have put it better. Tearing up the rule book or revising, if you want to be more diplomatic. So the companies behind the most familiar names you can think of, like NASDAQ 100 and FTSE Russell, they've already changed the rule book. From NASDAQ, the seasoning period, or call it the waiting period. When the company debuts, they go public, they have to sit there for a while, 3 months before they'll consider you to be part of the NASDAQ 100. They've narrowed that down to 15 days. For the FTSE, it's 5 days. The S&P is in consultation from 12 months to 6 months. So of course you have proponents saying, yes, this is what we want because it will reflect the market. But you have critics saying, but wait, when companies go public, they're usually volatile, and don't you want to wait and see first, have a normal price discovery? So of course, just like with anything, there's critics and there are also supporters.
And the critics are worried perhaps about protections for retail investors or new entrants. Meanwhile, SpaceX is all about the retail investor. I mean, a 30% allocation towards them. How are we seeing this managing to go into sometimes Elon Musk's criticism himself of passive investments?
Exactly. So index tracking funds are estimated to buy nearly $20 billion worth of SpaceX. That's massive. I don't think we've seen that before. And going with retail traders, I went on Reddit, which is the most reliable source on Earth. That's obviously a joke. I'm smiling if people are just listening. And some people were like, why will we even buy this if it will be in our brokerage in the index funds in just a few months? So there is that thinking of like, how will this reshape passive investing? Will traditional money managers have to reallocate because they don't want to be too overweight on one thing? I mean, where is SpaceX going to be categorized under even? Industrials, tech, or communication? So lots of unknown, but definitely consequential.
Isabelle, tough decisions need to be made. We spent a lot last week talking about Tesla and the idea that SpaceX merges with Tesla in the future. You just showed a quote from Scott Sosnick. One point he makes is that actually Tesla and Bitcoin, as examples, you and I talked about the Bitcoin holdings at SpaceX last week, they might actually get hit by this. Why?
Because a play on Tesla and a play on SpaceX is really just a belief on Elon. And if you're invested in Tesla and SpaceX, are you too over-concentrated on Elon? Now, I know that these are two separate companies, and within those two companies are multiple companies, it feels like. And they have different valuations, different technicals, but it's all really Elon at the end of the day. So that's what one analyst was telling me also, like, if you're into Tesla, would you sell that because you're going to be in SpaceX? And SpaceX, of course, is also in the index. So really lots of over-concentrated risk. And it's not just Tesla. I mean, soon we'll see OpenAI, we'll see Anthropic, which the show has covered a lot. What's that going to mean for your brokerage as an ordinary American? I mean, you're going to have such a huge concentration of tech, and do you want that for your portfolio?